Can create suspicion, certainly. And if you're gone as much as I am, you have to.
Y'all hear the Judge Mattis? Let me weigh in real quick because I'm crying laughing. I am crying laughing about it, okay? Because first, they was like, Judge Mathis, how are you? And he was like, I'm fine. Then he turned around and he saw it was the press. And he was like, actually, I'm not bad. I'm glad to see you. I I am doing the worst ever in my life. I'm gonna get my wife back. I'm begging my wife back. Like, hilarious. And yes, when people lie on you, you defend your name. Yes, you do. Like he said, hey, you know what? It's none of that. It's absolutely none of that. I I've stayed out of it. I've stayed out of it. I found the beginning funny because they was like, how are you? And he was like, I'm fine. And then he turned around and he saw it was the press and he was like, no, actually it's you. It's the press. I'm not fine. I want this on tape, baby. I am not fine. I want my wife back. He used that as a moment. That's beautiful. I hope that they can work it out. And, you know, change can be hard. Change can be hard. Hey, but change can also be, for the best as well. You don't want to stay in something that it's unhealthy, which it brings me to today's topic of cut them off. And I want to tell you, cut them off from a different type of way today. I want to speak to you from a perspective, and forgive me if my chest feels like very in your way because I have my waist trainer on today. But people often will speak to you about cutting people off, and they will speak to you in a way, you know, um, just from a different perspective that I'm about to speak to you about cutting people off, because my perspective is you're cutting people off in a self-care type of way. Like sometimes we hear these messages where people are saying, it's from a different space, maybe anger, like, hey, if they don't mess with you, don't mess with them, cut them off. Like, resentment maybe. But it's also okay to cut people off. And when we don't feel that way, we feel like we have to stay in unhealthy situations. I feel like when we feel like, I seen something on the internet the other day, I had to comment on it, and it was about, I'm like, man, people like feeling like it was a Candace Owens video, and she was talking about, she was playing the Tyrese Gibson X thing, and the ex was saying that, man, I really wish that I had, allies, or I wish that my husband had allies of some people fighting for him, saying, hey, stay together, work it out. She said it wasn't like balance, it was just like leave, leave, leave. And she said that, she got the divorce based off of that. And Tyrese spoke. He said his part, that it wasn't no violence and stuff like that. And Candace Owens was saying, well, this is what happens when you listen to your girlfriends. They single, you know what I mean? You could have stayed in that and worked it out. You regret this now. And it wasn't an abusive situation, blah blah blah. And oftentimes when it's not a situation where it's all out, drag out, fight out, people still feel like they should put up with this person. because of their husband, because their mom, because their sister, brother, cousin, whatever title they have in your life, whatever name, whatever category they fit in, family, relationship, friend, well, whoever they are, whatever this label is for this person in your life, people often feel as though you should fight for that name, you should fight for that relationship, that familyship, that you should fight for that, even when it's toxic, because it's not all out drag out. Everything don't have to be all out drag out. If it is all out drag out, definitely exit stage left on that. You know what I mean? I'm definitely not gonna have an all out drag out with nobody. I really don't care. I'm gonna have an all out drag out with myself. I'm gonna have an all out drag out fighting you off. That's what I'm gonna have an all out drag out on. I'm not gonna have an all out drag out to stay in a union with somebody. If it's all out drag out for anybody, any relationship other than a relationship with myself, I'm not gonna be able to do it. So we already know that that's toxic, right? But when it's not all out drag out, we feel like we still gotta stay. We gotta stay in that. We got to fight for that. We got to keep that together. If everybody was telling her to leave, maybe it was best that she leave. Like, everybody ain't lying on you too. You know what I mean? If you felt it was that drastic to put cameras, hide cameras with COVID mask and sneak your baby out, if you felt like it was that drastic and it was that, deep, and everybody was telling you to leave, then okay. But if she, I don't know, if she's saying I was dumb, I shouldn't have did that, what she's saying is she blamed others. She said everybody was telling me to leave. Okay. How did you feel? If you felt like you did that out of the right thing to do, you were telling them what was happening, everyone was telling you to leave, and you felt like, okay, the move I'm making, you felt like that was the right thing to do in that situation, that's one thing. But if her story is saying, which I don't think it is, I didn't hear her say it, that I was dumb, I shouldn't have listened to those people, it wasn't that serious for me to put mask over the thing, like I was being dramatic, I was being a drama queen. She didn't say anything like that. She didn't say anything like that. Hey, if you meant to be, that would be right. Sometimes you need to step away, right? Like, so, in those situations, that's what my point is. Candace Owens was saying that, like, oh, he wasn't putting his hands on you or nothing, it wasn't that deep. Well, I mean, just because something isn't all out drag out doesn't mean it's not deep. And that's what I want to let you know today. If you're in a situation with someone who, I don't care what their title is, even your mom, and I'm not saying it from a standpoint whereas I don't know, I have a strained relationship with my mom, and I feel that sometimes when people speak on a strained relationship from a professional perspective, and they don't have a strained relationship with their mom, it lacks a little bit of empathy. You know what I mean? Like, because to say to leave your mom alone, or to speak on that situation, that strange situation, it's hurting for the child. And when, professional people speak on it, they really can't understand that. So I like to speak on, having a strained relationship with your own mother from a personal perspective, because I do, provide that empathy component to you, you know what I mean, as well as still deliver the same message that a life coach and a professional person will speak on when they tell you cut, even if it means your own mother, cut her off. It doesn't have to be all out drag out. If your mother disrespects you, if your mother is manipulative toward you, if your mother, it always has to be her way, whatever, like, that doesn't mean all out drag out. That doesn't mean y'all chaotic and fighting each other, y'all Black China, but even if you're that, definitely go, okay? But passive aggressiveness is something as well. And if a situation is not healthy for you and what's best for you, then you do have the right to leave. And some situations in your life, it should not be about anyone else. You should not involve anyone else in your decision making. You have the right to make some decisions that are 100% solely about you and consider you and you alone. You have that right. You're not considering your children, your parents, your mother, your brother, your cousins, your relationship. You're not considering anybody else. You're the only factor. No one else matters. It's all about you. And that's a very hard concept to make, and I know it's easier said than done, especially when we're talking about family. That's a very hard concept to grasp, and you know what I mean. It's hard to wrap your mind around, because you like, no, the people who's supposed to love me and take care of me and like be there for me, those are like my family. Like, if I can't depend on them, who can I depend on? Like, babe, listen, I'm here to tell you that these people are getting worse and worse and more pathetic by the day. The friends are phonier than ever before. They love to try to convince you that they ride for you and that they're there for you and that, they got your back, but really they're a fake phony friend. They just, they hate watch you on the internet. They're very, very weird. They're in secret competition with you. They're not trying to collab. They're trying to compete. You're in a competition you don't even know about. People comparing themselves to you. People trying to be nosy, trying to be all in your business, asking you backdoor questions, not asking you what they really want to know. Trying to ask in another way. So you still at the post office, knowing that you're not. You see what I'm saying? Because they can't really ask what they really want to ask. So they trying to get you into some type of web of questions. And then people will get mad when they get ignored, or you don't answer them, or you say none of your business and kind of get back snippy with them. You don't play into their hand. They'll get mad and call you the bad guy when you don't play into their hand. You know what I mean? So it's either these fake phony friends who's comparing themselves to you, or it's your family who just the main people sabotaging you. The main people sabotaging you. The main people who not happy for you. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, F a friend, right? You suppose, like, if you and a friend fall out, it's like, man, I got my family. No, the family is the main people. Like, on both sides, it's a double-edged sword. Your friends are fake and phony. Your family is the main people who don't support you. Your friends, they support you, but that's a fake phony support. It's not even support for real. This the op for real. You know what I mean? They're trying to use little tools to try to get into your life. I'm trying to tell you, people have booked with me. People will spend money. They will spend. It doesn't mean anything to people. They use what they can to get into your life, whether it's their mouthpiece, whether it's their car, whether it's their money, whether it's your own insecurities, whether it's whatever you do in a business venture. They gonna use it to their advantage to try to do what they want to do, their true intentions. They have ulterior motives. You know what I mean? It looks like support, but it's really an ulterior motive. It's really a gift with a string attached. It's really something that's conditional. They only trying to give because they trying to get. So you got your fake phony friends, which, okay, like, you're supposed to be able to, we really can't wrap our mind around it. Like, you're supposed to be able to say, well, okay, anyway, you ain't my blood, you ain't my family, you're just a fake phony friend. And then you turn to your family about your fake phony ass friend, and you say, I know you got me. And they the main people who not happy for you. They the main people who not happy for you. Because who cares about a big back bitch you went to high school with? Nobody. Nobody. Who cares about that phony hoe? Nobody. Right? We supposed to have our family, and then a lot of times we try to act like it's distant family, and a lot of times it's not. It's your own sibling. It's your own mama. It's your own daddy. It's your own brother. It is your own cousin. It's your own best friend. It's your own childhood friend. The people who's supposed to be so close to you. Those be the main people who not even happy for you. They can't even like clap for you when you win. Like they hate to see it. And like I said, if you feel like a friend is like that, who cares, right? Who cares if a friend turned out to be a fake phony friend? It really hurts when it's your own family that turned out to be the op. That's a mind fuck. You be like, my family, the op? Yes. Yes, wrap your head around it. And it doesn't necessarily always have to be, you know, all out, drag out, fall out in order for it to be a toxic situation and you feel like that it's best to leave. You're entitled to make some decisions solely for yourself. You don't have to say, yes, but I'm going to I'm factoring in this person into the equation. You don't have to. You can be 100% the focus. That is your right to life. This is life. And either you're preserving yourself or the wild will get you. You see what I'm saying? And if that means preservation from whatever title, family, boyfriend, whoever, whatever, you wrapped up in what the person's name is, what their title is, what the association is. You wrapped up in that a lot. You know what I mean? And I know why, because it's very hard to grasp that the people who have these big titles and these special titles could be the op. I get it. But at the end of the day, this is you have to worry about you at the end of the very, very, very end of the day. You have to worry about you. And with that being said, you are entitled to make decisions that does not consider anyone else. It doesn't consider them. It doesn't consider what they want or anything else. Right? You doing something 100% for you. It's 100% for you. And other people may feel like it's about them or something else because they're excluded, or you haven't, like, you're not worried about including them in any way. Like, they may feel like it's a beef, but you know that it's not a beef. You know that it has nothing to do with anybody other than you. You're doing it for you. You're doing it for you. Right? Even if it's a 6-month break, whatever you feel like. And it's no beef. And you know that in your heart. Because if it is, you'll know that too. Have you ever noticed that these conditions are consistent with what the King James Bible? No, I haven't ever noticed. I'm sorry. But what I'm talking about is, thank you so much. What I'm talking about is just a regular life. You know what I mean? Whereas, people often, especially women, we like to consider a lot other people. We do that, like, naturally. We'll naturally start saying, oh, but my kids, my this, my that, my mom, my brother, my sister, like, we'll start considering other people. And, it's okay to not do that. It's okay that when you want to make a decision, it's okay that what goes into play is 100% what you want. That's the only thing that, like, it's okay to make a decision like that for yourself. You're not considering anyone else. You're considering only you and what you want and what your desires is. And as long as it's coming from a place of, I need this. This is healing for me. This is my true desires. This is what I want. When you come from that space, and it's not, you're not saying, coming from a place where you saying F them, or not like that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you're excluded, but it's not like, man, F you, you did this to me, or what up. Like, you ain't coming from a place like that. You know what I mean? It's not a revengeful place. No one's included in the equation. Remember, it's about you only. Right? Whether that's your mental health, your finances, whatever you got to do, whatever you got to shut down, you have that right to say, I'm not considering how this decision is going to affect anyone but me. And if it's for my betterment, I'm going to do it. I get to do it. And I don't care if the whole world is under my feet at that point. I'm not considering nobody but me and my betterment. Oh, but my husband. Oh, but my kid. Oh, but my mom. No, I ain't considering nobody but my own betterment. And that's not saying stab anybody in the back or anything like that. Because, see, you ain't even got to, if your mind is going that way, it's because you're not even an ascended person. Because when we move, we're moving with integrity. We're not doing anything, you know what I mean, shady or anything like that. So, yeah, you have the right to 100% say, only consider yourself. You not, oh, but I gotta this, I gotta that, I got an aging parent, I got my disabled brother, autistic, whatever. Listen, I get it. People that you love and people that you want to be there for. But the ultimate job is for you to be there for yourself. That's the ultimate job. You want to be here, don't you? I mean, it's self-explanatory if you want to be here. Because at the end of the day, every being is going to stick up for themselves to be here. Everything that's on this earth is self-preservation. That's the end. That's the end all be all. That's the end all be all. Kill or be killed. That's the end all be all. So you got to become a soldier for you. I mean, we're always fighting for all these different relationships. Baby, you better fight for yourself. I mean, I'm happy Judge Mattis is fighting for his relationship, but let me tell you this. At some point, some relationships, you have to say, I'm putting this one down because I'm picking me up. I'm not fighting for any I'm fighting for me. I'm fighting for me, my health, my sanity, my peace, my future, my family that I had. I'm rooting for me. I'm fighting for me. That's the only relationship I'm fighting for. The one between me, myself, and I. Fighting to love myself. Fighting to forgive myself. Every fight, every ounce of fight that I got in me right now, it's for me. And I'm telling you, it's okay for you to feel that way too. You don't have, sometimes you can put down the sword for others and pick up the one for yourself in life. You've been fighting for other people and other relationships for how long? Fight for you now. Fight for you. I mean, I don't know if that's, I don't know, like I said, if I feel like Judge Mattis, if she want to be back with him, she has that right, if that's what she wants. But it's okay to say, I'm not fighting for this anymore. Any fight I got left in me is for me. Right now, I got to put all my energy into me, my health, my wellness, my life, my self-preservation. I don't have energy for nobody else right now. That's okay. That's okay. You're not wrong. The world will try to shame you and try to make you feel like you wrong for feeling that way. But that's your brother. But that's your mother. But that's your husband. Y'all been together 39 years. You gonna throw away 39 years? If that's what we at with it. If that's what we at with it. If I've been swinging this sword for you all this time for 39 years, and then I say it's time to put that down. I'm not fighting for that no more. I'm picking up the sword, and any fight I got left, this fight finna be for me. If that's what it is, people don't ask for this stuff. Nobody asks for a toxic relationship. Nobody asks for things to go not as planned. Nobody wants an imperfect life. You didn't get married to somebody thinking it's gonna fall apart. You didn't have this man child knowing he was down low gay. You wasn't born thinking, I'm born into a toxic family. Nobody want this. I'm born into somebody where my mama gonna let him touch me. No, who got that? Who's in line waiting for this life? Come on, stop. It's okay to say, you know what? This right here, this situation right here, I'm gonna step back from it. It's not always, something where you have to leave it 100% or anything like that, but you are entitled at any point you choose to put whatever energy you have into yourself and nobody else. Not even your kid. Not even my kids. Not even your kids. Not even your kids. Like you don't get it. You don't get it. You're giving yourself endlessly. Recharge. Give to you. And I don't care how long it takes. If it take the rest of your life, oh well, you never talk to that person again. Because it took the rest of your life to recharge. That's okay. If you I don't know, like we can't like really. I was saying the other day, in some relationships we can't like 100% escape. Like I was telling y'all about my baby daddy the other day, and how I plan on like not talking like ever saying anything to him again, like because the last time I saw him he was so rude. I was like, you know what, we don't even like, I'm our child is grown at this point, like, so it's no more co-parenting at this point. Our last stretch of co-parenting, he made it very toxic, sent me some long apology later on, and I told him I wish you well, you know what I mean. I said goodbye, and that's because I don't ever plan on, talking to him again. If it's her college graduation, her wedding, whatever, I'm going to look right through you. I'm going to look past you. I ain't going to even speak. That's how I'm going to do that, because I'm like, he's unhinged. Like, I feel like his behavior, he's unhinged. He came in here just being very loud and aggressive, and like nothing was wrong. Like he was very, very angry and nothing was wrong. And it was our daughter's special day. It was her special occasion, and she was crying. He had her crying, you know what I mean. It was a very like charged day, and then he apologizes to everyone later on, and to me that screams unhinged. Because why are you angry? Like, if you don't have joy when you packing up your firstborn and taking her to college. What do you have joy about? What do bring you joy? When are you happy and laughing and crying tears of joy? If not then, when? So it just seems like he seems like a person who's unhinged. We see a lot of that these days. People are unhinged. So I'm gonna just like I'm staying away from that man. Like if I see him at her event, I don't see him. Right? So in a situation like that, because we are a family, like if my daughter, lost her grandmom, his mom, what am I supposed, like, I have to be there for my daughter. You see what I'm saying? So in a situation like that, I wouldn't be able to not speak to him and all that stuff like that. But that's what I mean. It's rare, very rare situations whereas you have to be in something with someone. You see what I'm saying? You have to go. You see what I'm saying? You have to deal with that person in some way. Very rare. Very rare. You can cut someone off completely. You have that ability to cut them off completely. And sometimes that's best. Sometimes that's best, and sometimes that's your call. Like in that situation, like if I felt like I wanted to be there for my daughter, if she lost her grandmom or something like that, God forbid, we're not saying, I'm just hypothetically speaking, if you have to be around toxic people, you have to be around family, but you don't though. Like that's what I'm telling you. It's your call. It's your call. But even in those very rare situations, where you feel like, oh, okay, yeah, it's cool, I'll go. Please know that it's very rare, and make it rare. You make it rare. Don't feel like you have to do anything, because you don't. You don't have to do anything except what's best for you. That's what you have to do. You have to do what's best for you 100% of the time. 100% of the time. And it's a lot of work taking care of yourself. Working out, eating right, mental health, it's a lot of work. Self-care, skincare. You guys are saying, oh, I'm beautiful. I got my makeup and my skincare channel. I'm a licensed esthetician and makeup artist. Like very well popular in my city in Chicago, very well known business owner, very well respected for many years at this point. Like, you know, this is an act of self-care, the working out, the choosing better foods, the getting your rest, your mental health. That's what's most important. Your one whole body. You can't be eating right and working out and drinking water and then all of this is you very stressed. It's the same thing. This ain't separate. It's not a detached from you. It's one. So if you're going to take care of yourself, you're going to take care of yourself all the way around. And if that means that you have to step back from relationships, that's okay. We always feel like we have to do stuff. We gotta, but that's my brother. I gotta, his baby mama died. I gotta go to the funeral. You do? You do? You do? You don't gotta do nothing. You don't have to do nothing. You gotta do what's best for you. That's what you gotta do to make sure that you're here. Cause baby, if you drop dead, life gonna go on. And that's gonna be your fault. Cause you put everybody above yourself. Then you want to blame somebody else. I've given this my best year. Don't do it. Cut it out. It ain't never, like, this is one of the toxic messages that people like to try to spread, like it's too late for you to change your mind. I'm going to change my mind when I feel like it. I fixed the smoothie. Guess what? Maybe I don't want it now. I'm being goofy. No, but seriously, like I'm not obligated to stay in something that's no longer working. You know what I mean? Let me see what some of these comments are saying. Trying to see how it's the best light. That part, thank you. You're welcome. I can't hardly see. I need a new prescription. But anyway, but yeah, like yeah, you don't have like people will try to guilt you too. People will try to guilt you. They'll try to guilt you. They'll try to make you say, "Oh man, but you're supposed to." But that's your. But listen, but I'm not factoring in anybody in this decision but me. This decision is not about nobody but me. You want me to add other in, but I'm already telling you, no. That's not what I'm making an executive decision about my life and what's best for me. Cuz when it comes to who's the chief operating officer over this, it's me. I'm deciding who stays, who goes. Cause I posted something about like the other day. I said, I do all the picking and choosing, love. And guys, of course, thought it was some subliminal, some who hit it and quit it. Listen, okay. This ain't about no guy. It's about whoever. It's about my own mama, okay, cousin, whoever, okay. I get to choose who is in my life. I don't care what your title is. Cousin, I don't care if we was cool in the past. I don't care if we grew up together. I don't care if we're best friends. I don't care what the title is. If that situation is no longer working for me, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to choose me over any title, any relationship, any situation, any perception. Because some people stay in, oh, what will people think? I don't know. What would they think? I don't give a fuck what you think. How about that? That's where I'm coming from with it. I don't really care. The decision that I'm making have nothing to do with nobody but me. And you gotta be able to move like that in life. You have to be able to cut off always factoring in someone else into your decision making. It's okay to 100% only consider yourself. That's okay. That's okay. And I mean, when you do it too, you doing it in a full circle. You're only considering you in every way. In every way. And it doesn't mean it's going to always feel good. It doesn't mean it's going to always, that you're going to always be able to have what you want. Sometimes that means cutting off a relationship that you want. That's the hardest thing in the world. To want a relationship so bad and have to leave it. Because it's not like you gotta go. You know what I mean? That's the hardest thing in the world. Oh, self-control. That's the hardest thing in the world. If we could exercise self-control so easily over the things that we want, we would all look so fucking beautiful. Everybody would be beautiful. Everybody would choose the right diet and all of that. If self-control was so easy over the things that we want, the things that we actually desire, It's easy to say no to something you don't want. It's very hard to say no to something that you actually want. That's why I say when you make a decision that is 100% about you, you thought about it holistically. You thought about it from every aspect that is about you making that decision about you. And it don't mean it's easy. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes that to choose that salad, that hurt. That hurt. That's hard. To let go of that relationship that you really truly want, that's hard. Those things hurt. Those things hurt. Those things are difficult. Those things are painful. Those things are taxing. Those things are, but in a good way. In a good way, because you're not getting your result right now. You're getting your result in the future. Your whole life is looking and going the way you want it to, the way you picture it looking and going, because you're curating it. You don't have a stressful day because you don't be around people that's not stressed. You're in good health. The doctor gave you a good bill of health because you choose the smoothie. Like, you see what I'm saying? It's no unfactoring circumstances, and stop being so loyal to people, especially if they aren't loyal to you. A lot of you have one-sided loyalty. A lot of you have one-sided loyalty. That's easy for y'all to have because you're so wrapped up in the title. That's my husband. We've been married 39 years. So, okay, it's not working no more. It worked for 39 years. It's okay to face the facts. You sitting up still holding on. Everybody see you holding on to that raggedy relationship. Stop it. Stop it.
Well,
Judge Mattis.
uh,
It's so funny. Let me put something on. Give me a second. Why I got you on the phone. I'm gonna season this chicken with you too real quick. But yeah, that's all I wanted because you know, we live in a age we live in an age of gaslighting. We live in an age, and I'm not even gonna say I feel like it's the black community, to be honest with you. I feel like it's the black community. We just like we like I like the other day I was gonna make a I should get that up. I was gonna make a post about, I mean a video, not a post, a video like this about Blueberry, about the black church. I was gonna go live. Sorry. I was gonna go live about the black church because it's just like it's not like it used to be. Like, not when I was growing up. You know what I mean? It's much different. The old humming, yes, Lord, that black woman, baby, she been gone. Big Mama, we ain't seen Big Mama about 2 generations at this point. I'm sorry. That woman been gone. Okay? Please, please, the ancient Mama narrative, that woman, that praying woman who could carry weight and cook and raised everybody's children and loved everybody and really was a God-fearing woman who, you know what I mean, really depended on the Lord, and, you know, that woman is gone. That woman have not existed in the black community for I do not know how long at this point. I'm going to guesstimate at least 2 generations. I'm sorry. I am sorry to say, but hey, that's how I feel. Baby, the grandmamas that we got now, and the church that we got now, baby, bye. The church that we have now is a show. It's a spectacle. It's a gimmick. It's good, but I don't make smoothies for them to be good. Oh, let me get this shot real quick. I make them to get what I need. Man, the church these days, the church, they'll lie for you. The church still doing shotgun weddings. Not saying, ooh, you know, this situation needs therapy. You know, they doing it just because they set up and was fucking like rabbits and had a bunch of babies. So that's why they go get married. That's why you get married. Like, what I've seen from the church, I've seen them cover up lies. I've seen them, you know, allow I seen them say, you know, just allow things that never happen. Allow things that the Bible speaks against itself. Just like, it's just real showy now. I feel like it's just a place to go. It's just something to do. It's a clique. It's a community. Almost like a fraternity or sorority or something. Because the church I grew up in and the church I grew up knowing is nothing like that today. It's nothing like that today. And Big Mama been gone. So this whole narrative of that's the only person who deserved a house. Y'all like to say you buying your mama a house and all of that. Big Mama is probably the only person that deserve a house like that for real. The rest of these people out here who has given birth, I wouldn't be pressed if you can't buy them a house. Or if you don't want to. That's all I'm saying. If you can't, I wouldn't be pressed about it. I wouldn't feel bad. Like, oh, I can't buy my mama a house. I'm black. I'm supposed to buy my mama a house. You are? Your mom deserves a house? Let's be honest about it. Let's ask for real, for real. Your mom deserves a house. If she do, I'm so happy that she do. And if you can afford to buy one if she deserves one. But for real, like, the doing the best she could argument has carried the black community for centuries at this point. You know what I mean? I said centuries. Decades. The did she best she could narrative. We've said that for how long? excuse me, as a woman, as a mother, speaking from this perspective, and as a scientist, I would like to also put on my scientist cap really quickly. My doctorate, fake doctorate degree, just the you know, the whole culmination of the background and everything. I'll call myself a fake doctor, but just from that perspective, my scientific background, and being a woman and being a mother and being a black woman, um, it's disheartening because some of this, right? And I don't get into reasons, because people will go into slavery and all, like, we don't really care. You know what I mean? We're all responsible for healing and enlightening ourselves and knowing better and doing better, right? All of us, okay? No matter what your title. But as a woman, some of this, doing the best she could, a little bit of that can go to women's health, right? Because it's very true that we may have experienced some toxicity in behavior with our mother, or even our sister in some cases, due to, like, just medically, hormonal imbalance, just medical. You see what I'm saying? Like, I had told you guys in a vlog, this movie that I watched, where the woman, she was crazy because her mama was crazy, so she was bound to be crazy because this medical condition ran in her family, and she got with this man and they adopted some kids, and the kids end up effed up because she went crazy or whatever. And half of it, it's sad because, like, half of it can be genetic things, you know what I mean? Like, genetically you can be suffering from your, you know, mental illness from your family. And then on top of that, if you're already suffering from, like, a mental illness, you're going through menopause or something too, or you have a period even, you know what I mean? And the fluctuations in the hormones. So we as women, it's very real that, you know, how we feel is attached to our sexual organ just because we're a woman. A man will never experience or know the things that we go through as far as with our health, our mental stability, and how it all ties in to our sexual organs, right? So I feel bad too, because as a woman, it's not to really beat down and say, oh, she did the best she could, let that tired ass argument go. Like, I'm saying that's my point, and it's not to beat down, because to speak from a woman and a fake doctor standpoint, it's medical reasons too. You know what I mean? It's medical reasons too. But that's why I don't like to get into reasons, because it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Nobody cares. If you end up, you know what I mean, being someone who could never get over an addiction or something like that, because you were molested when you were little or something like that, like you had like a terrible upbringing, and that's what kind of ultimately drove you into addiction, and then you never was able to get out because you never kind of was able to deal with that childhood trauma. That's the reason, but it doesn't excuse your behavior, that you've navigated every relationship that you have, meaning with your parents, your children, yourself, your spouse, your mate, as an addict, right? So that's why I don't like to get into reasons, because it's a bunch of reasons that people do stuff. What matters is, are they trying to do something about it or not? That's all that matters. And most people are not trying to do anything about their situation. they are fine with it, and they don't want to put in the work. So all you can do is respect that and, move accordingly. That's it. That's all you can do. So yeah, I feel bad for so many people. I really truly do. I feel bad for people, and not nobody like phony, not no phony friends. Those are the least people who I feel bad for. Them people could go to hell. They with they fake ass watching this video right now. Them people could go to hell. I feel bad about different family dynamics. That's what I feel bad about. Because like the movie, the woman, yeah, she had like a history of mental illness, but I also feel like if the modern medicine was there, if the technology was there, if the conversation had been started about, women's health in particular, their cycle, the menopause, the how it affects mood and brain health and brain fog and just all of the different stuff that we go through as women. I feel like if modern medicine had that, together, a lot of situations would be better. It would just automatically be better because a lot of it is just, some of it is medical. You know what I mean? Some of it is medical. But it's up to us. That's why I say I really don't care about reasons, because it's always up to us to say, I don't feel good and this and this and this and that. And it's never too late to say that. It's never too late to say, I don't feel good. I feel like this. I feel like that. I want to improve. Like if it's not like it's not like it disappeared. As long as you here, you have the option to get better. That's why I say I do not get into reasons why people do stuff. You know what I mean? Like racism. Oh, they did it because they was racist. Black people have screwed me. Like that. It don't matter what the reason is. Like effed up stuff gonna happen, and either you're trying to like do better and get better and be better and improve, or you're not. Like that's the end of the story. It don't matter why somebody, oh, she a hoe because she was molested. It really don't matter why. It really don't matter why. If she a hoe because she was molested, or she a hoe because she just likes a wild side. Likes a wild side. Because why the men out here thinking that they know everything. Baby, I can tell you, being a person who work with primarily women, you know nothing. You know nothing. They judging one woman and looking down on another woman and uplifting another woman, and she got a wild side. But it don't matter what, like, it doesn't matter what it is. Are you trying to fix your wild side? Are you trying to fix the fact that you're promiscuous because you were violated as a child? Kiki, thanks for the words. You welcome, boo. That's why I don't get into excuses. Oh, white person, they did that. They fucked me over because they was racist. Okay, black people fucked me over because they was jealous. Like, who cares what the reason is? Reasons don't matter. Reasons don't matter. Reasons don't matter on why people doing something. It's a trillion reasons why people did something. It's a trillion reasons. You know my theory. I feel like there's certain, core emotions that drive every action, whether it's fear or anger or sadness, you know what I mean, just our very core emotions, that drives all other, names. Like insecurity, that might just be that at the root. I feel like the root word is fear, right? Jealousy, the root word is anger. So, it don't matter why somebody did something. I never tried to figure that out. I never try to decipher that. Why they did it don't matter. Well, he didn't grow up in a good environment. It don't matter. At a certain point, it don't matter. The only thing that matters is, are you trying to fix it? Are you trying to fix it? That's the only thing that matters. That's the only thing that matters. We could talk about, modern medicine. We could talk about generational curses. We could talk about all the way, her mama did it to her mama. And all, okay. 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 What we gonna do about it? At the end of the day, that's what matters. What's being done? Who cares why it happened? It gives you insight, it gives you understanding, but it doesn't give you solution. I'm solution based. Are we fixing this or not? Are we, like, what's being done? Because I really don't care why. Why only gives you understanding. That's it. It fixes nothing. So I don't care about why. I don't care about why. And half the time, if you ask, nobody gonna even give you the right answer anyway. If you ask why you do that, they gonna lie. Period. Yeah, that's why I say, it's okay to choose you. That is quite all right. Cause the world won't want you to focus on a lot of stuff that's just not important. They wanna pretend like everything is fine, knowing that it's not. They try to tell you to stay in certain situations. They don't want to see you break free. Then when you do break free, they either get mad or they get ashamed. They can't even look you in the face. It's so many people can't even look me in my face to this day. They hang their head low when they see me. Cause how they did me. How they treated me at my lowest. How they turned a blind eye to my misfortune.
Mom! Mommy!
Look.
Mommy! Mommy! Mama!
Hey, babe.
Hello?
What's up, boo?
Yeah, Tim for food.
Tim? All right, cool. Let me call you back right after I'm finished with this live.
Okay.
All right. Our cousin. But yeah. Yeah. People hang their head. People and they do that. They hang their head because they know they gaslighted you. They send up telling you to take some shit that they'll never take. Or they telling you to take it because they did take it. No, don't choose different. Sad. It's sad, really. That's why if you're going to survive at all, you have to 100% think about yourself. Like, you just do. You just do. Sorry. I know people going to say that it's selfish, but it's not selfish. It's self-preservation. You listening to these people out here, you will be messed up. You will be messed up. Because they want to act like it's a fairy tale. But y'all been knowing each other for 30 years. And people change, situations change, circumstances change. Once a change has occurred. You want a quick science lesson? Let's do a quick science lesson. It's 3rd grade level, okay? And it's about when a change has occurred, right? Change means that the composition of the thing is different, right? So, as an example, ice freezing, and we're speaking scientifically, okay? These are lessons that are taught in the scientific community in science class starting at 3rd grade. It's a 3rd grade concept. A scientific change is something that is defined as it going through a transition, it being changed, it's being modified completely. The composition of it, the integrity of the original state has been compromised. A change has occurred. It's no longer the original, it's something else, right? So we use the example with 3rd graders, water and ice. We say water and ice. Did water change? And some people says, yes, it changed. No, water did not change. It's still water, even though it's ice. The physical form is different, right? It's not vapor. It's not steam. It's not water. It's ice. It's solid water. But it's still water. So no change has occurred. But if you take a piece of wood and you burn it, now that is considered a scientific change. It's no longer wood. It's something else now. Everything that made it up, made up the composition of wood is different. It's different. If it had some type of fibrous molecules in it, they're gone. So the wood has changed. So when a change occurs, things are different. So if things were all good for 30 years and then a change occurred and something is different, that's okay to honor that. Because people are, you've been knowing them 39 years. Well, I don't care. I don't care if I've been knowing them 89 years. If things are different, they're different. If things aren't the same, they aren't the same. If things never been good and I've been putting up with it for 39 years, it never been good and I've been putting up with it for 39 years. When I say enough, it's enough. People try to shame you into you taking a stance and saying enough is enough. Like, you see the tone with the Judge Mattis thing. She's filed for divorce after 39 years. Yeah, that's the facts being reported. Yeah, that's the facts. But the undertone of it is, you see the videos. After all of this time. Yeah. It's not, obviously, if it was the same, this wouldn't be happening. Because the same only going to repeat. Another science lesson for you. The loop. The same only going to repeat. Obviously, another factor got introduced. Something happened. People change. People grow. People expect you to be who they think you're supposed to be. People will expect you to be who you used to be. And you may say, hey, that's not me. That's not me no more. That's a change. So yeah, okay, after 39 years, it's different because things have changed. Things are not the same. I'm not the same. I'm not who they knew 39 years ago. I'm different. And they try to make you seem like that's not normal. Like, I don't know what it is with people, but I was talking about this on the live the other day. Like, people try to act like normal behavior, like it's something wrong with normal behavior. Like when I was telling you that at the workplace, how or you know how people try to act like you don't have the right to be upset. Oh, you're yelling, you're upset, you're upset. Yeah, I am. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird. People try to really, truly act like you don't have the right to be truthful almost. Like you supposed to hide that you upset. Like, you know what I mean? Like I gave the example of the workplace. How in the workplace, you know, they'll pull some bullshit and then act like you supposed to keep your cool so much. You know what I mean? Like, I am keeping my cool. Do you see me in here beating people ass and cussing people out? I am keeping my cool. But I know you don't want me to sit up here and act like I'm not even upset. They want you to act like I'm under control. Nothing bothers me. I'm playing chess, not checkers. Yeah, I'm playing chess, not checkers, but I'm a human being. And yeah, I'm pissed off. This is upsetting. I'm upset. You're shocked that I'm upset at something upsetting? You're shocked that I'm upset in an upsetting situation? You're holding that against me, that I'm upset in an upsetting situation. You're throwing that in my face, that I'm upset in an upsetting situation. How sway? You want me to pop a blood vessel? That's what you want to see happen. You want me to... Like they weird. Like they try to act like they don't understand life. Like you supposed to be, oh, you ain't playing dumb. No, I'm not. But y'all been together 39 years. So what? I'm switching it up. What's the problem? Why you not happy for me? Why you not happy that I'm finally sticking up for myself? Why are you guilt shaming me into saying, oh no, keep on putting up with it? Every chance people get, they gonna gaslight you. So that things could go how they want it to go. That's why It's important that you put yourself first. Because otherwise, you just everybody's bitch. You're everybody's slave. They're convincing you to stay in the marriage. They're convincing you don't have the right to feel upset in an upsetting situation. They're convincing you, that blood is thicker than water. Every time you turn to these people, they're telling you why you should keep on accepting bullshit. You can't ask these people for their advice. You have to do what's best for you. You can't sit up and include people in decision-making processes when it comes to what's best for you. You have to do that alone. Because they're going to tell you, that's your only mama. They're going to tell you, Jill, lower your voice in the workplace. They're going to tell you, but that's your brother. They're going to tell you, oh, 39 years down the drain. Yes, bitch. Down the motherfucking drain. Nah. How about it? Straight down it. Because things have changed. I've changed. I'm not the same. I don't want to anymore. I'm doing what's best for me. I'm not considering 39 years. I'm not considering nothing but myself. Oh, but y'all, I know. You stay over there. You worry about you. I'm going to worry about me. That's why you don't even consult with these people, because that's what they're going to tell you. When it comes to executive decisions about your life, make them alone. You don't need anyone's approval. And you don't need to run nothing past nobody. People try to force answers out of me, feeling like I got to run something past you. Baby, I ain't got to run nothing past nobody. You don't got to ask these people for any type of permission, advice. Don't explain. Don't feel like you got to explain. Tell them you could kiss my ass. And Miss KiKi said to tell you that you could kiss my I'm so glad that I'm working on my cursing. I'm so glad, okay? Very cutesy, very demure. Very, very much so. My point is, you jumping through hoops for people. You jumping through hoops for people who you be needing really to get off your face. They're not rooting for you anyway. If they was rooting for you, they wouldn't be telling you to stay. If they was rooting for you, they wouldn't be turning a blind eye. Can't even look you in the face these days. If they was rooting for you, they would support you and say you have a sound mind. They would remind you, the Lord say you have a sound mind. They would pray with you. They would build your confidence up. They would say, you smart. I don't want to tell you what to do. Or they would just be silent and just be a listening ear. Or they would say, yeah, this is a tough situation. You want to pray about it? Like, they wouldn't just tell you to pick if you're questioning something. They hate, like, people hate when you question things. And it starts when we're children. We be like, go sit down. Why? 'Cause I said so. That's really not the answer. You're training not to question things. And then anybody, when you're questioning something, they don't try to dig in that with you. They don't try to excavate and dig up and see what else. They don't encourage your questioning. They just say, you tripping. Y'all been together 39 years. Just let it go. That's your only mama. Man, come on now. Y'all been knowing each other since y'all was kids. They're very dismissive. That's why consult with yourself. Consult with the Lord. Consult with a professional, paid professional or something. Because everybody around you, they just going to tell you to go with the status quo. That's all they going to say. Love hanging out with you. Thanks, boo. Love hanging out with you. That's a Chelsea, I think. I'm gonna get my thing and see. See you. But yeah, I just wanted to pop in with that quick message that, because people often feel like cutting people off, it has to be let me take this off of here. Hold on. They often feel like cutting people off, it has to be something very huge. It gotta be all out, drag out, it gotta be some worth it and blah blah blah. You're worth it. You're worth it. You're worth it. You're worth it. I be seeing some people, baby, listen. They be looking much older than what they truly are. And half of it is them relationships that y'all keep. I'm gonna be honest with you. The stress that relationship is having on you. You know what I mean? It's aging you. And you're not well. You're also not well. You know what I mean? Like the physical manifestations of you looking much older than your age, that's a sign that you're not doing too good internally. Right? So, I know that we preach that you got to fight for some relationships and stuff, and you do. You do have to fight for some relationships, but the main one that you need to be concerned with and fighting for and, cultivating and ensuring and, never ever giving up on is the one with yourself. Like, that's the one that you're supposed to never give up on. Anybody else, it's disposable. Like, if it's not easy flow, if it's no longer working, if there's no longer fit, a change has occurred. It's not the same anymore. Whether that's you just being different. Like, we come into information where we change. You know what I mean? As an example, it's some content creators that I don't follow anymore because I came into information and I don't follow them no more. Now that I've learned this, you see what I'm saying? I learned certain things. You can learn certain things about a content creator that you say, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that they didn't believe in God, or I didn't know that. And then if you say, oh, well, they're no longer fit for me. You could have came into information and people try to act like that's not okay. That when you learn new information and circumstances change, that you modify that situation. They try to say, oh, no, keep it like it was. No, Things have changed. I'm not keeping it like it was. Okay? Like, when you know better, you do better. My daughter's high school quote in her yearbook by Maya Angelou. When you know better, you do better. So now that you have this new information, okay, you doing something different. You're doing something different. And the new information could be about you. The new information you could have been you could have said, I discovered something new about myself. What I want. I discovered a new passion. I discovered a new trajectory I want my life to be on. And when you make these decisions, I want to tell you that it is 100% okay. It's 100% okay. You need to be your biggest cheerleader, your biggest fan, your biggest support system, your biggest ally, your biggest protector, your biggest provider. Your loyalty needs to lie with you. That's the only person you can depend on. That's the only person you came in this world with. That's the only person you're going to leave in this world with. And that's the only person that is going to be judged on Judgment Day is you. That's it. So yeah, be safe out here. I'm about to put me some greens on and some baked chicken as a part of self-care, my fast that I'm doing before my birthday. My birthday is coming up before my birthday, and I'm gonna also continue to fast after my birthday. But for my birthday this year, it's very unique what I'm gifting myself. I'm gifting myself the gift of health. Yes, I am. So I say that because I'm not getting myself a birthday cake. Now, I'm so huge on getting birthday cakes, right? And that's how I celebrate birthdays in this household with me and my daughter. Like, when it's her birthday, when it's my birthday, we can count that it's going to be a cake. So, because she's an adult now and she is off in college, I'm not getting a birthday cake. Because if I got a birthday cake, and this is breaking my own tradition, right? Again, change, right? And if I were to get the birthday cake, I would feel obligated to have at least one slice. And I always got them because I knew my daughter would eat them up. Like a teenage girl, she loves snacks. She gonna eat up the cake. You know what I mean? So when her birthday came around, I would have a piece of cake with her. When my birthday came around, I would have a piece of my own cake, stuff like that. Even if I just took just a bite of hers or something, we would eat it together and she would eat the cake up, right? I'm not getting the cake. I'm not getting the cake because she's off in college. She's not home to eat it up. And if I were to get it, I would feel obligated to have at least one slice. Like, I'm not buying a birthday cake, putting a candle in it and blowing it out just for the gram. Like, not even a $16 cake from the grocery store. I ain't got it like that. If I'm gonna spend damn near $20 on a cake, I'm gonna eat some of it. You know what I mean? So because I know that, that's the only reason that I would have some, I just ain't gonna spend the money on the cake. I'm gifting myself the gift of health this year. Cutting out the sweets. A lot of the sweets and stuff that I would have, I would buy cookies and stuff because I had a teenage kid. You know what I mean? So yes, she's off at school. I'm not buying it. My grocery list this year, this birthday, this month, It looks very different. And it was like, it was an aha moment almost, because I was sort of stressing over the cake. Like, how am I going to get the cake? I'm like, that's a big ass cake, but I don't need all that cake. Then I was looking into getting a cupcake, and I'm like, do I want to go all the way up there just to get a cupcake? Like, I'm like, it's really not even that serious. Like, you know what? I'm going to give myself the gift of getting off of the pastries and stuff. Done. You know what I mean? And it was just such an epiphany. And this is just such a very unique birthday for me. In terms of what I want, what I asked for, what I'm getting. This is just a very different type of year. Things that I'm working on, ideas, how I'm even viewing my birthday is very different. It's very different, but we're gearing up for it. We're gearing up for it, and it's exciting. It's exciting to be in a me era. It really is. Um, just focused on what's best for me and doing what's best for me, and like challenging myself, like really, really, really trying, because none of this stuff is easy. Like I said, like, it's not easy. Of course, I want more peach pie and ice cream. Of course, I do. I definitely want a chocolate chunk cookie. I definitely want a chocolate chunk cookie. I definitely want some chips. But, we're cutting it out. We're cutting it out. That's what I'm gifting myself this year. The gift of discipline and health and focus, and on me. Focusing on me. That's my gift to myself. I love a good out of town trip and a good birthday outfit and everything. This year, you know what the gift is? Me pouring into myself. Yes. Me being focused. That's what the gift is this year. Not celebrating, but I'm gifting myself the gift of focus. Task. Buckle down. Grind. That's what I'm gifting myself. I'm gifting myself a more better life. Oh my God, that sounds so funny. I'm gifting myself a better life, but in the future. Yeah. I'm gifting myself uh 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 delayed gratification. That's what I'm gifting myself this year. Yep. Yep. And I'm gifting myself the gift of time. Being able to instead of taking my birthday month, partying like I always do, because baby, I celebrate my birthday all month. I sure do. I love doing something on the actual day, which I'm probably still gonna do. I'm probably gonna do something on my actual birthday. But other than, how I normally do, which would have been the weekend before my birthday, and then the entire rest of the month. Instead of doing that on the scene or whatever, I'm doing that for myself. Saying, hey, it's your birthday month. Get a little bit of extra rest. It's your birthday month. Choose the salad. It's your birthday month. Get your daily workout in. It's your birthday month. Take some deep breaths. It's your birthday month. Don't let her bother you. Don't let her trigger you. Don't let her get under your skin. Yeah. Gifting myself discipline. That's the gift this year. Discipline. Discipline. That's what I want me to have this year. And it's very interesting. It's very interesting that that's what I want, but it is. And when you have something like that that you're certain about, people don't have to understand it. You don't have to explain yourself. You're good. Like all of this that you're trying to do for these people, they're still trying to find an excuse on. It's just them trying to find an excuse why not to like you. That's why they don't want to understand. Because you watch them, forgive these men a million times. And a lot of the men that you're trying to convince, he don't really like you. He don't really like you like that. That's why that's why he needs convincing. Because when somebody like you, they convince themselves about you. Oh, she ain't mean it like that. They say stuff like that when they like you. You don't have to explain yourself to people who don't like you. I mean, people who like you. You only have to explain yourself to people who don't like you. Those are the only people that you find yourself explaining yourself to. People who don't like you. Because people who like you want to understand. They want to defend you. They want to give you a second chance. They want, like, they're in disbelief when it comes to you. These people out here, they believe the ugliest things about you, baby, and they happy to hear it. They believe the ugliest shit about you and they happy to hear it. They sure do. And these the people you call yourself explaining yourself to. Let go of unhealthy relationships. After over 20 years of stress, I moved out of a two-family home with mom-in-law downstairs. My husband and I moved out of state away from her negativity. Simply happy. Wow. Happy birthday. Delayed gratification is a multi-pronged positive for sure. Wow. Thanks, highly favored. Farida. People want you to apply cognitive dissonance. Is that what it's called? See, we do things, we finally get the language. Like I talk about this a lot in my vlogs. Like when we're kids, we don't know that that's called cognitive dissonance. We just know it feels wrong. We just know something's wrong. We just know this ain't right. This ain't right. Like something wrong about this. We don't know that it's called cognitive dissonance. But as we get older and everything, we develop the language for things. And it helps us. It helps us with that understanding that I was talking about earlier. It helps us to have understanding, and it helps us to be able to put a name to it, a face to it, so that a change can occur. So understanding does need to take place. You do need to understand some things, but it's only so that a change can occur. It all needs to ultimately be about change. And I don't care how old nobody is. The woman just said her mother-in-law. It don't matter. It don't matter. People want to be, hey, that person, an old lady. Okay, you lived your whole life raising hell, and now you supposed to get grace as an old lady or an old man? I don't know where it will work like that at. Not even in the fairy tales. Not even in the movies. It just does, like, it never works like that. So, yeah. It's such low lighting in here. I had to get my magnifying glass. I'm gonna put this chicken on, boo. And I got to do my hair because, like I said, we're gearing up for the birthday. I'm actually supposed to be working today. So check out my newest beauty video that will be coming up soon. I am a little bit off schedule, but you know why. It's my birthday coming up. So yeah, I'm gonna put this chicken on. Should I do oven or air fryer? I'm probably just gonna do, I don't know. I'm gonna do oven. Yeah, I'm gonna do oven. Yeah. So yeah, we'll talk, we'll catch up in another live, in another vlog, on a makeup video. Check out my beauty videos. I have some. I know a lot of people mention my skin in this live. Listen, subscribe now. You do not want to miss the skincare videos I have coming up. I'm telling you. I'm really about to put a lot of work into it. It's going to be very detailed, lots of information that's going to be helpful, okay? Because a lot of the times in beauty, I tell you, it's not about the product, it's about the technique. But I am going to give you some good recommendations with some good products. But yeah, signing off.